All right, we'll go ahead and get started. We'd like to welcome the international team members Jason Day, Adam Scott, Mackenzie Hughes, Corey Connors, and Tom Kim to the Press Center. We'll get it rolling right into questions, so please just raise your hand and we'll get a microphone over to you. We'll start with Bob Herrig.
I'll start with Adam. Adam, I guess all the years you've been doing this, being part of today had to be pretty fun.
Incredible day for us to come back and show everyone what this team's made of after a tough day out there yesterday. Is just incredible. And you know, we got a big day tomorrow and then bigger day Sunday, so I think we can enjoy this evening and then come out incredibly focused, but this team knows what it's capable of now.
We'll go to Shane Ryan next.
We've been hearing whispers of a motivational speech on the ride over. Mackenzie, from you, is there truth in this? Is that something that happened?
I spoke, but there was a few other guys that spoke as well, and the main message was just, you know, keep your head high, spirits high, and we all believed. So, you know, today was obviously a great day, but it starts with believing that we can do it, and the whole bus, everyone in the cabin believed.
Was it emotional? I mean, during these when people were speaking?
No, I mean, we're just having fun. I mean, this is like the most fun group to be a part of, and I mean, we sang, we laughed the whole way home last night. We got on the bus this morning, and the vibe was great. We just knew we had a lot of golf in front of us, so we came out here today, focused, heads held high, and got the job done.
Sorry, real quick, Jason, can you just talk about the chip on 18? It was really quite nice, and if you could go through the shot.
Thanks.
Quite nice.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah. I don't want to hit the shot again if that's what you're saying, but no, it was great. I mean, obviously, I didn't put Bez in great positions out in the golf course, so it's a team effort. I had his back always. He's got my back. It was an absolute pleasure to play with Bez today. Made a lot of clutch putts. That chip shot on 18, or the flop shot on 18 was downhill. Lie wasn't that great, it was wet. So it's just trying to understand the lie a little bit more through the practice swings. Is it going to bounce? Is it going to dig just for how wet it is? And then just pushing my awareness out as much as possible to my target and the flight. And once you start thinking too internal, like at the ball, that's when you start thinking a bit too much and you can get in your own way and think about, there's a pause almost where you start to, your mind wanders. So I was just trying to push my thoughts to the flight where I was going to land it and just focus on that, kept on focusing on that. And then as soon as I hit the shot, I knew it was going to be good regardless. I think halfway through the shot I had my hand up, just knowing that it was going to be a good one. You know, 17 and 18, like we wanted to make sure that we gave those guys a kind of like a very easy win on 17, not to the point where they had to hole apart or we miss a putt and then the momentum switched really quickly for us on 18. So we just wanted to kind of give it to them really quick and then obviously focus on 18. And 18's tough, you know, it's difficult. You know, after those guys hit it on the right, you know, things you just don't know what's going to happen. But, you know, I'm glad to hit it down to close and have to force Brian to hit a chip shot in the hole.
We'll go to Rosh next.
For Corey and Mackenzie, did you get a sense while you were still out on the course what was going on this afternoon elsewhere? And just down the stretch, once you were done, just being spectators and teammates, what was it like as it was all unfolding?
Yeah, I would say, you know, the crowd was in it from the get-go for us, and we were definitely aware of some of the big cheers ahead of us, knowing that, you know, some of the guys were winning holes, and you know, certainly for me, it inspired me to want to get some of those cheers for us, and the atmosphere was great, and cheering on the other guys. You know, being at home feels pretty special, and getting all the support that we got out there on the golf course and the whole team got was amazing.
We'll go to John next.
My first question's for Tom. Yesterday, you said right here, you said that you'd like the fans to be louder. Were they loud enough?
They were unbelievable today. They definitely brought it. You know, obviously these guys had to go out and play. You know, I sat out, but the crowd, I think, plays a huge role. And I think, you know, the reason why we were able to play so good today, other than these guys going out and performing, was our fans backed us up. And I think that gives you momentum, it gives you energy, and just, you know, they played a huge factor in our win today.
As a follow-up to Corey and Mac, obviously you guys had a lot of attention. What did it mean to you to hear "Oh Canada" basically at every hole, but especially the first hole and your final hole?
Yeah, I like Tom said, today the fans really brought it, and we felt that from the get-go. Corey even mentioned that the first tee felt a lot different today than it did yesterday, and yeah, just electric all day. And I joked to Corey on number 2 tee. I said, "How many times will we hear 'Oh Canada' today?" What was the over/under? Setting it, you know, basically at 1 a hole. Maybe fell just shy, but unbelievable day. The atmosphere was buzzing from the get-go. Obviously helped that a few guys went out early and got some leads, and then, you know, Corey and I got out there and got the lead as well, and it just felt like the momentum was really infectious. You hear the cheers around the golf course, and you knew which cheers were for which team, which was really cool today. That was I said after my match, it felt like, you know, the crowd really pulled us through those matches. So we need more of that the rest of the week.
We'll go to Brody next.
Adam, you know, when you have, you know, lost a few of these before, when you're down 5-0, I mean, just between last night and this morning, how do you go about maintaining some element of belief? Like, how do you get that throughout the team room when you are kind of used to losing something?
No doubt, yesterday was a tough day for us. The scoreboard, which is the only thing that matters, looked terrible. But, you know, we have the support team around us that dug deep and told us there wasn't much in it. It was closer than the scoreboard showed. Our spirits were high going back on the bus last night. Some time together in the team room last night kept the energy going, the spirits high, and I think we all came out here today, you know, playing for our own pride, really. And I think that started it off the right way, and the crowd carried us through the day, which was incredible. Hearing those cheers, knowing that it was for our team on other holes across the golf course, you know, that's got to be motivation for us for the rest of the week.
We'll go to Adam, then Gabby, then Ryan Lappner.
Question for Mac. Mac, just curious how you were able to manage your emotions today. You talked early in the week of being really high and then having to bring yourself back from that. And was it easier because you were paired with such a good friend? Yeah, I definitely said this numerous times today already, but Corey is the absolute dream ultimate shot partner. You always felt like he had your back, and not just as a friend, but just his game is so solid that you always had that guy behind you. But yeah, I mean, just the most unbelievable day. We had a great feeling coming into the day, and I felt like all the guys were believing. Obviously, to go 5-0 is you know, a bonus, but we knew what we were capable of, and went out and did it.
Gabby?
Adam, in all of your days playing in the President's Cup, how does this one rank?
Well, right now it feels pretty special. It feels great. I'm just so proud of all the guys today for sticking in, coming out with a great attitude and lifting their games. And, you know, it puts us right back in this tournament. And, you know, there have been some other good days. I remember we won 6-0 in one day in South Africa, which is a long time ago. So right now I'm enjoying this very much.
You've said a couple times that this team is different. Can you just distill it for us? What is different about this team?
I think there are some things, there are dynamics in these teams that are almost, it's undescribable. It's just a feeling. And, you know, I haven't thrown those kind of feelings out there very much. But we were all up here a couple weeks ago, and I've rested easy for a couple weeks coming in here knowing that this team is put together. You know, I don't know exactly. I can't put my finger on exactly what it is. But there's a confidence, maybe it's the personalities, it's all those things. I felt very, very confident in this team.
We'll go to Mark next and then Ryan Labner.
Tom, you were like an Energizer Bunny today in a cheerleading role. It's a 12-man team, but what was it like for you sitting it out today, not being able to hit a shot competitively while you watched this amazing comeback unfold?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I felt like I played great yesterday, and then, you know, knowing that I was going to take the day off, like, as a player, you want to go out and perform, but at the same time, this week isn't about performing. It's about, you know, being a good teammate. And, you know, when I knew I was going to sit out, I told myself, what can I do for my teammates to go out tomorrow and feel the energy, because our crowd wasn't going. And so, you know, I made one goal today, and it was to get there before everyone got to the first tee and get the crowd going for my guys. And, you know, our fans bought it. Our INT fans really bought it today, and we couldn't be more thankful. And, you know, I'm just wishing they could bring it on the weekend as well, because we're going to need it. And, you know, it was so much fun to be next to my teammates and just, you know, go nuts. You know, I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit, but, you know, these guys were just played so unbelievable, and, you know, I'm so grateful.
Ryan?
Adam, the Internationals hadn't won a foursome session since 2005.
I was 3, by the way.
Just game-wise, why do you think this team and today was different?
Like I said, I think one thing going for us today was we were coming out to play with our pride on the line. You know, we got kicked pretty badly yesterday. And there is a confidence amongst this group, but, you know, we got brought down to earth yesterday, and we came out today and all lifted our levels. You know, this team is very capable of pushing the US team all the way this week, and today was a good step for us to make it a big fight this weekend.
We'll go to Francois David next, then Paul, then Ben.
I have a question for Corey. It's your first win at the President's Cup, Corey. I'm wondering, how is it to get this monkey off your back, and especially this weight, with a good friend beside you?
Yeah, obviously it feels good. I had no doubt in my mind that, you know, I was going to get some points on the board this week, and awesome to be able to do it alongside Mac. But yeah, it's a fun team to be a part of, and it's a fun fight, and hopefully can get a few more points on the board this weekend.
We'll go to Paul next.
Sir Jason, you talked early week about how this event, you didn't always have your full buy-in, and it's kind of been a process for you. I'm just wondering what it's been yesterday and today, that flipping of emotions as you feel like you have fully bought in.
Yeah, no, I've definitely bought in. I bought in, you know, to the leaders of the team, Mike and the assistant captains. I bought into Adam Scott. I bought into Tom Kim. I bought into all these guys. Like Adam said, it's hard to put your finger on how to describe what this group is so different to the other groups that we had. But, you know, looking back at like any good team, it starts with leadership, pulling everyone in the right direction, giving ourselves a goal, and making sure that everyone, support staff, players and captains are all pulling in the right direction. We can't have one loose thread pulling away, because that unravels the whole team. So, you know, there's been an eye-opening for me to be able to sit up here, and I feel honoured to be a part of this team. It goes down as one of the greatest golfing moments to be able to be a part of this team. So yeah, I'm very thankful.
We have time for 4 more. We'll go Ben, Nick Richard, James, then ending on Dylan.
Adam, is there a difference in terms of how you got to 5 apiece? If it was 2.5 both days, can you ride momentum? And also, what sort of response are you expecting from the other mob?
Yeah, look, I think as right now we've got a bit of momentum going for sure, and if we can get off to a great start tomorrow and get the crowd on our side again with some good play, then hopefully we can keep it rolling. But like you said, they're going to want to do what we did today, so we're going to have to be on it, be focused, and keep our levels high, because that team's no joke, and we're going to have to fight really hard if we want to be in there on Sunday afternoon.
Nick Richard?
Mac, how did you feel after the birdie putt on the second hole, and how did it help you for the rest of the day on the green?
Yeah, honestly, I actually felt quite good after the first hole. I hit a very average approach shot in the first hole, and my partner lagged up there really close, which I think kind of eased my nerves a little bit. And then, the putt on 2 kind of felt like that was my, first big step of the day. And then, from there, felt quite good. Obviously, you feel like there's this huge rush of adrenaline running through you all day, and it's a bit of a drug, honestly. It's an incredible feeling. Crowds really amplified that feeling. But yeah, that start was definitely nice for just feeling comfortable in my nerves.
Can we get the mic to James, please? And then we'll wrap up with Dylan.
Tom, as someone who spent today watching the action, I'm just wondering what the coolest thing you saw was.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet, wasn't it? Telling come on, boys. That was pretty good. But you know what? I think the coolest thing that I saw was every single one of these matches. These guys, from how we were yesterday, I feel like as a team we were so confident going into today, knowing that things were going to be different. And gosh, these guys are just so good, and I'm afraid to play against them after this week finishes. It's not going to be fun, but just these guys coming together as a team, hitting the shots when we needed to, bringing the crowd, using the crowd, and me being, like a 0.1% of a cheer. I think that's what I'm most proud of. Just as we came together in tough moments, and I feel like it's gonna set us up good for the weekend.
Final question with Dylan.
Yeah, for Jason, can you just take us through that chip shot on 18, the difficulty of the shot, and then also just what was running through your mind?
I explained a little bit earlier, but I'll probably talk about it a different way.
Sorry.
You're fine, no worries, that's fine. They were going to get up and down regardless, so I needed to hit a good shot, and the only way to hit a good shot is to picture the ball landing. I tend to see the ball rolling, and then I add the picture to what the flight needs to do after the fact. And I needed to hit a stone dead. I didn't want to give Bez a putt for the potential win or a half or whatever it is. So, my mindset was just to make sure that get it, push my awareness out, make sure I landed on my spot, but try and get the flight where I needed to be. And I don't know. It was weird. Like, it was one of those ones where you could have left it, short of the green pretty quick, or get something firing. But yeah, I think the biggest thing was just making sure that my awareness was not right at the ball. It was out at the target, and try and not let or attach myself to any thoughts that would come through my mind, because it's pretty easy. We've got a ton of people standing behind me. You can see the guys, the American side is sitting pretty good on the other side. But, you know, just trusting in that process, that's kind of how it happened. And I feel very fortunate for the opportunity to be able to hit a shot like that under those conditions, because, you know, what we are doing right now, playing in this team format, is going to help us in the future playing down the stretches at other tournaments. So this is great experience for me.
Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate the time.